Hello, family, or good morning, family. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, and I was asleep and I woke up, and it's been on my heart to make a video to send you all for Christmas. There's some things that I wanted to say, or just to clear up, to let you know that I'm not always on GroupMe, and very seldom do I get on here. But it's not because I don't love you or I don't want to hear what you have to say. It's just that the holidays are always especially hard for me, and they always have been. And I want to explain a little bit about, which is why I have this video. I want to make a video to explain, give you all a little bit about who I am, because I don't think you all, well, I know you all don't really know anything about me. Some of you all have, I've tried to tell you a little bit, but I don't think you really understood. But I'm going to try, and the things that I'm going to probably say now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to say, but you may not, you have to have a heart to be able to receive what I have to receive, what I have to say. And for those who receive it, it's done its job. And for those that don't, maybe later on, you'll have the video and you can understand it. But I want to let you know something about me that I didn't know, is that, first of all, I went on a search for the past year and a half trying to figure out why my life was like it was, and why I wasn't really happy, or why things kept falling apart in my life when I was doing everything that I felt like I was supposed to do, as far as the Bible saying, you pay your tithes, you work in the church, you work with your family. I came back to New Birth from working in the family, being with the family, but after a while, I started to look, my life still wasn't better, and it was getting worse. So I went in with prayer, and I asked the Lord, I know it's not you. Whatever it is, it's me. So will you please show me what it is that's wrong with me? And as I started to pray and fast, I really realized that all my life, since I can remember, since I was like 5 years old, I have been sad. I've had a spirit of heaviness over my life as long as I can remember. And I didn't know why. Nothing, everybody's got dysfunction in their family, and things going wrong, but I always felt like, because I was the oldest, and that I was the reason why the family was like it was. And I know that it probably doesn't make sense. You're probably saying that doesn't even make sense, but it's not about, what I'm learning about each and every one of you all, it's not about what's true and what's not true. It's how I perceive it to be. And I thought that it was just my fault, and I always kind of stayed aloof from everybody. But as I started to pray, God, the Lord, and reading, I started watching him. I started really earnestly searching. He said, if you search me with your whole heart, you'll be found. And I started to find out that I have a spirit of rejection that's been over my life since probably in vitro. And once I was saved and then left the church, that opened myself up to so many other spirits that came. And I'm not even going to list them all, because if I start listing them, I will forget. But there are 7 serious other spirits that came with, as far as low self-esteem and lust and sexual perversion. And I mean, I have them all written down as the Lord gave them to me, and because I don't have access to all that right now, I probably should have got it all together before I did the video, but I just wanted to do it off the cuff, so I'll be honest. That anyway, my life just spiraled out of control, and I didn't know why. And I started looking at my life and like, why does every guy leave? Why can't I even be friends? Why even my brothers and sisters don't seem to, even if I would open up and I would try to be, it's like it never happened, because there was a spirit that blocked that. There's a whole, and what I'm learning is, even with me, this physical part of me, it's not the real me. What's the real me is my spirit man and my soul man. That's the real me, and that's the part that was so messed up. And it got to the point where I couldn't even be around family for so long because it took everything out of me to try to cover up the sadness that I had. I couldn't do it anymore. And I had tried, once I knew that it was like a spirit thing. I mean, I've talked to counselors, and I advise anybody, if you have issues, don't try to say you don't need counseling. If you find a good, like I did, a good Christian counselor, oh my God, it changed my life to be able to have somebody on the outside to look me and guide me through the things that were wrong with my life, the things that were right with my life that I didn't even see, the things that I was owning that wasn't for me to own. But this that really helped me right there, and I didn't want to have to take medicine because I knew that it was a spirit, and I knew that spirit had to be broken. So the Lord started leading me to books, and I've got like 8 or 9 books that I started reading about demons and casting out demons and generational curses and spirit of rejection. I started listening to Apostle Eckhart and Jennifer LeClaire, and I mean all these. I mean, I can't even bring up this people who talk about rejection and the spirit realm and the whole how we need to battle that, not just looking at things for as they were. And it really put things into perspective for me. And I have done a lot of deliverance over things that were in my life that if you ask me personally, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to say right here because I don't think everybody would be willing to receive. But I had to take ownership of the sin that I had done in my life. And a lot of people, and the curses that were on my life that I had nothing to do with, that were handed down generation to generation. Now, I've heard people tell me in the family that there's no, you can't be under a curse because when Jesus died on the cross, he took all my sins. Yes, he did. But if that's the case, then I'm trying to use examples without giving all the scriptures and stuff that I've studied. If just take the simple one where it says in Malachi, where it says, if you don't give your tithes and you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're cursed with a curse. So, but if that's true, if Jesus died for me, I wouldn't be under a curse whether I pay my tithes or not. Whether I live a life of sin, I won't be under a curse or not. Because he died for me, I can do whatever I want to do. I can live under grace. I can do whatever I want to do. I can say that's not true. But I'm trying to, so this won't be so long. I just learned that that's not true, and that I can be under a curse and be a child of God. I can be tormented by demons because I am learning, and I used to be so afraid because the church never really taught us about that whole realm and I'm not giving any credit to the devil. I'm just calling him out. I'm just calling them out because now I understand familiar spirits. I understand masquerading spirits. I understand monitoring spirits. I understand the spirit realm, how we work with. There are some things that we don't even are not even supposed to be fighting against. God gave us dominion over things on this earth. So there are things, but the demons, there's a whole realm that lives in the second heaven. We don't war with them, or they'll come and try to destroy our life. We don't have authority over them. I had to learn what authority I have, what power I have, what I can fight against. So I'm learning all that, and I've been isolating myself because I'm trying to be a better sister. I'm trying to be a better daughter. I'm trying to be a better mother. I'm trying to be a better aunt. I'm not only trying to do this for me and my son Robert, which is why I started out, but it's even as far as the new children that are even down to Trayden. He's the newest one. We have got to figure out how to break these curses and how to walk in. And one thing that I had to realize is that my life was sin. I was going to church and still had unforgiveness in my heart. I was going to church singing, still having lustful desires, still walking in, oh my God, I don't even want to mention the things that I was doing. And I had to go to God and I asked him to shine a light. And bit by bit, every time he would show me things and that you've done this, I had to go to him, renounce those, break my covenant with those. Not just be saying them, but going on fasting. And fasting, this says that some things come out that only by fasting and prayer, and I had to break those things. I'm trying to break them over my life so that I can be a better person. I don't want any of you all to think that it's because I don't talk to you. In the past, I didn't because I didn't know how. I didn't know how to open myself up to be loved or show love because I didn't know how. I didn't know how. I struggled with internal hurt and I didn't know how to give anything. And the biggest person that I owe that I'm responsible for is my son. But we have, because both of us have been go to counselors, and we have learned how, and we talk for hours and hours, but we had to lay the ugliness out. We had to confess it to each other. And it was, some things were hurtful to me that he said it. And I've said a lot of hurtful things to him. But we had to put that aside so that we can come together as where we are now. That's why he was able to move away. That's why the Lord had to move away, because we had to put some distance. And the Lord knows why. I still don't understand why he moved all the way to Seattle. But it's better. And I'm proud of him for being clean since 2000, because addiction is another thing that is in the family. Addiction. And it's not just addiction to drugs. Don't let me, I don't even want to go. I'm trying to stay really positive and not be preachy, but it's so much more. So I just want to let you know that I'm not on here, not because I don't love you. It's because I'm fighting not for me, not just for me, but I'm fighting for the whole family. I'm fighting it so that I can show you all how, because I know I'm not the only person in this family. I know you all are hurting. I know you're hurting. And I know you're leaving there and you're wondering how you can make this hurt go away and how you can get from under this stuff. And I am trying my best to learn how to do it so that I can show you all too. So that we can live the life that God promised us. God, we are so talented. We are so blessed in spite of the curses. We are so blessed. We have so much to do. But the enemy and the devil has just taken us, robbed us. He has robbed me of my life. I mean, I have nobody in my life. Why is it that we don't have real friendships or real? Because we don't know how we want. We don't know how, because we have to get under. Why do we have things and we lose it? Why do we have cars and houses, and why do we have to live paycheck to paycheck? We don't have to live like that. And I'm trying to break the curse off my life. And I'm looking into, there's some things that I have been delivered from, major things, but there's a root of in my life that I have got to, and I can't do it by myself. So I'm searching every now, and I know I'm going to have to drive somewhere because I don't know anybody in Louisville that does real deliverance, but I've got to touch and agree and have deliverance and pull this root of what's in my life out so that I can be a better person. That's what I wanted to tell you all. I wanted to show you all a real piece of me. I don't have money to buy you a present. I don't have a house to have you over. But I want you to know that I love you and I'm fighting for you, whether I'm on there on GroupMe or not. It doesn't have anything to do with whether I love you. I love you all the way down to my baby Trey, and I see him, and I love him, and I want better for him. I want better for all of us to come. I want us to come from under this. Just want you to know, it's my Christmas present to you. This is real me in my pajamas, just waking up, looking like I'm looking. But this is the me, not hiding behind anything else. And the Lord's going to change that for me. And I'll be the sister that I'm supposed to be, and the aunt I'm supposed to be, and the daughter that I'm supposed to be. I love you. I love you.